What's up, everyone? This is Isaac from Hunger Smash Fitness. I am here today with the one and only Marcus Crowder, the winner of the 2020 America's Strongest Man, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, just wanted to just have fun today and just kind of just talk about strongman training, all that sort of stuff. So starting off, what would be your best advice for someone who wants to get into strongman if they're contemplating getting into the sport?
Probably being comfortable being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. It's like an awkward sport when it comes to certain things, especially the movements, lifting crazy objects. Like a lot of people don't understand, like it's not gonna be always a certain technique, but there is a lot of technique to certain lifts in strongman.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Do you have is there one event that you prefer more than another? Like, so do you prefer Atlas Stones or something like that? I mean, obviously, some like the block and stuff at Mammoth looked like it was miserable.
Yeah,
But
I like pressing. Pressing events are definitely my bread and butter. I feel like I have to work on my deadlift. I have to work on my Atlas Stones and my grip.
yeah.
Probably a few things that I need to work on.
Okay.
As far as that. So, but anything pressing, I don't mind.
Yeah. Grip is one of those things that pretty much every single event that you do in strongman, it's going to have some sort of component with grip involved. From the Hercules hold or something like that, where it's pretty much all grip to, whatever else.
I feel the bigger I get, the fatter my hands get, and the harder my grip gets.
I don't have that problem yet. I have, nice little 2XL hands, so they're nice and big ones, but I have these skinny little fingers here. But cool. Well, what's your favorite pre-contest and post-contest meal? Do you have anything in particular that you prefer?
Picky. It kind of depends on where it is. I usually just eat anything. I mean, pizza is always a good go-to, especially the night before. I wasn't really at this last competition, but I ended up just getting like a barbecue sandwich and stuff. So I mean, anything with good carbs, good proteins.
Okay. Do you have a calorie count that you try to hit before a contest or after or anything like that? Or you just
the best thing about being a heavyweight, you can just eat. So I try to just stuff my face. I try not to go hungry. If I'm hungry, I'm not eating. So just want to stuff my face as much as I can.
That's one thing that I've definitely noticed among like heavyweights and super heavyweights is they don't seem as concerned about the calories. It's just like if I start to feel hungry, then I'm not eating enough. But
awesome. I try to eat I try to eat my veggies and stuff still, but most of the time I'm eating whatever, especially competition. I still get nervous. So it's one of those I have to eat what I can eat because my stomach's like turning. So
yeah. Well, you still perform pretty well for for being nervous and not eating as well. But yeah.
For ASM, I actually was close to throwing up. So because it was my first pro show and I didn't compete for about a year and a half because of everything going on. So
yeah. I know that's kind of been my problem because I did my first novice competition at the end of 2019, and I was super stoked about it. Signed up for 2 competitions in 2020, and then they both got canceled. And so now I'm at this I was like, well, I did 1 novice comp. Now I need to look for more and and there's none of the gyms around me have any strongman implements or anything like that. So it's like, got to try and figure out how to go up from here. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, well, do you have any sort of specific like self-talk or anything that you utilize when you go into a meet or into specific events?
No, I mean, not really. I try to stay in my own little space, pretty much. I wouldn't say having self-talk or rituals. I've never been. I played football at Coastal, and I never had like a ritual or anything. I was kind of just shooting the shit most of the time. I'm not one of those either that get really amped up either until right before I go. And then that's when I try to get.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I know because I was in training with the SEALs for a little while and did all that sort of stuff. And they used to give us classes about just like mental toughness and how to get over obstacles and all that sort of stuff. And one of the things that they talked about was knowing basically knowing how like ramped up you need yourself to be to perform well. And I'm more of the same way where like if I get too ramped up, I can't perform at that level. But if I don't ramp up at all, I don't perform at that level either.
It's
And so I
fine.
need to find this find this happy medium where it's like, okay, it's go time. We're gonna, get some breath going, get some, whatever, and kind of just build it up just a little bit and then just kind of go and just get into the zone and go. Whereas I know there's other people that I've seen that, like, if they're not screaming and shouting and everything else, like,
Yeah.
they can't lift it.
Yeah,
So
I think
it's
each person
interesting.
has like a peak arousal.
Yeah.
Some people it's a little more than others, and that's perfectly fine. Just kind of finding what's
Yeah.
best for you.
Nice. That's
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah, you definitely seem more like the laid back kind of guy.
Yeah,
Like you're not gonna,
mhm.
but you're more of a, well, and I feel like Brian Shaw's kind of more that way too, where
Yeah,
he's just kind of, nothing phases him. He thinks about it, does his stuff. Whereas like Eddie Hall or Oberst or something like that, they're
okay.
all about the charisma, the screaming, the shouting, the
Yeah.
name calling. But that's fun. Um, well, yeah. So do you have a favorite strongman event or implement?
Like I said, anything probably pressing. I love the log. We're
Okay.
actually getting ready. August 30th, I'll be down in like Savannah, Georgia area doing the log championship thing. So
Oh,
I'm pretty
nice.
excited for that because I haven't done a log prep max probably since 2016 when I did my first show.
Okay.
Mhm.
Are you gonna shoot for the American record or
That's
just
the
hope to
goal.
win the show?
That's the goal.
Yeah.
I've done 425 for a double strict out of the rack. My biggest
Nice.
issue with the log is probably the clean. I think if I get it to my chest, I should be able to press it, but we'll see. We'll see how prep goes.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome. Overhead pressing has never been a strong point for me. Well, part of it is, I'm 6'5" and I've got like a
the long
7-something-foot wingspan. So like
yeah.
bench press, anything like that, I've got these Tom Stoltman arms where I've never enjoyed it. But
Pressing's always came a
well,
little easy for me. My senior year in high school, I actually benched 500. So
nice.
yeah, it's just one of those that's been pretty good
Yeah.
for me. So
Okay.
my
So
second proudest
what?
moment was 600 on bench USPA. So
Oh, nice. There you go. So you have the tricep power and everything then as well,
yeah, it's definitely
for
probably
the
I
log.
lean back a lot, so it's I'll probably say more of the chest. I can usually get
Yeah.
stuff off my chest pretty easy.
Okay. So what all sort of stuff do you do when you're training for log?
So actually, recently I just reached out to one of my good buddies that trains at my gym. I'm actually gonna let him do my programming this actual prep. So he's gotten me doing a lot of different stuff I'm not used to doing. He's very intelligent. He's actually doing a lot of it's not true West Side stuff, but it's kind of that method of changing up the variation each week. So I'm actually
Yeah.
gonna let him. I'm taking all the stress off of me, and I'm gonna let him and just see what happens.
Huh, cool.
That's why I
That
haven't been
sounds
posting too
fun.
much because I probably just post like a little bit here and there, but I don't want to give all his secrets away.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Mm.
Um, well, maybe now that we're kind of talking about training a little bit, how do you typically like? Do you do a 4 week or a 4 days a week or
Yeah, so
5 days a week?
typically I used to do 4 days, kind of that lower body, upper body split. I have heavy variations, and then lower, uh, then like more like a volume type 2 days. Now I think we're doing 5 days right now because I want to add in probably a little more hamstrings since I keep on tearing my hamstrings. Just get some blood flow into them. And do some
Yeah,
more like yoke and farmers. Even though I don't have anything coming up with it, just kind of keep that same rhythm in. So
yeah.
closer to the competition, we might go back to 4 days. But right now, we're doing 5 days.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I think I've usually seen like a 4 day split
Mhm.
where it's, they'll do like a push pull, whatever, and then the
Yeah.
last day will be event prep, basically. So it seems like that seems to be, from what I've seen, a lot of the guys doing strongman seems like that's kind of their
Mhm.
preferred method or whatever. But yeah, well, here's another fun one. What do you think is your optimal weight for competing?
Mhm.
Um,
I've been up to 350 before, and I've dropped back down to 230 a year later. So it's weird. My weight fluctuates pretty good.
oh
Right
wow.
now, I was 340 at my last one. I wouldn't mind being about 335. I feel like I can move well.
Okay.
Still feel pretty healthy. So probably about 335, 330.
Okay.
Um,
How tall are you?
I'm like 6 foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you look you look thick for but okay, so you're about 6 foot tall. Okay. Um, yeah, because I was gonna say, I'm at like 300 I think right now, and I got up to about 320 for the one meet that I did, and then just with all the gyms being closed and everything, I was down to like 290 or whatever for a while, and like been hovering at 300 because there's just
Well, at least you can
yeah.
go the other way. A lot of people gain a lot of weight during the gyms being closed. At least you
Yeah,
that's actually good.
I know. Well, it was tough because I was like, if I'm not working out, I don't feel like eating. Like my appetite goes away, and so then I just start losing weight. And yeah, I guess it could be worse.
So I got lucky.
So do
When it's
you?
closed down, I own my own fitness center, so I've always had a key. So even when we're closed down, I had somewhere to go train.
I need to do that. I think
Yeah,
I think
helped out.
before the next shutdown, I'll probably open my own gym just to just to make sure
Well,
of
I've been seeing
that.
a lot of nice home gyms, so I don't know if you have a nice big
Yeah.
garage or not, but
It really sucks because I had my own power rack and farmer's handles and all this other stuff in my garage. Um and then we're getting ready to move because I'm going back to school. Hopefully going to finish up my doctorate now,
okay.
and so yeah, going back to school and everything. We're like, oh, we'll be living in an apartment. I don't have room for it, so I went ahead and sold it,
Yeah.
and I sold it as a bundle for like $1,000.
Oh.
And then that was right before COVID,
Ah.
shut everything down. So then, like a month later, all the gyms closed down, and all of a sudden, the price of weights and everything skyrocketed.
Through the roof right now. I've seen some
So
ridiculous
I
prices.
was like,
Yeah.
dude, if I would have hung on to it for like 2 more months, I would have had it, like for one thing. Or if I wanted to sell it, I could have sold it for like $8,000 with all the stuff that I had. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, just poor timing with that one. But yeah, that was pretty miserable. um, so your weight fluctuates quite a bit. Do you have
Recently, I've been just trying to eat. I'm one of those.
yeah.
If I don't just keep on eating, my weight will get back down to 300, 310 pretty easy. Since I've been trying to compete with the big guys, I've been like, okay, I need to be about 330, 340.
Yeah.
I've probably been about
Okay.
over 330 now since probably last May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have like any specific method for gaining weight or anything, or losing weight, or do you just
Gaining weight wise, I think the best thing that's helped me is like protein shakes, putting oatmeal into it, spinach, peanut butter, just all that, because it's kind of
okay.
easy ways I can still do what I'm doing at work or anything, and I'm just drinking it as I'm helping people out. That's one
Yeah.
thing I quick away. But I mean, when I was really trying to gain weight, I was eating pizza twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, and that always helps out pretty good.
Yeah, I know. It's maybe not the best method to gain weight, but
I guess my abs
yeah.
are
Do you
fine.
have there's a lot of calories in that. Do you have a favorite pizza that you like, or just any sort of pizza?
Any sort of pizza. I usually get like spinach and pepperoni on it, just so I can get a little veggies with it, but they don't really put that much on it, so it's really a waste.
Yeah.
So,
Just so you can say that there's
yeah,
green
just like I
stuff
said,
on
I got veggies on
it.
there.
Oh, that's funny, man. Um, well, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, anything else you want to talk to people about, or let anyone else know about you, or
I'm up wherever you want to talk about. Anything
yeah.
else? Right
Okay.
back there.
Yeah. Well, how long have you owned your gym? You said
Um,
you
I,
had your own gym there.
so my dad opened a gym in 1999, and then he took over the one in Hillsboro in 2005. So after I graduated from Coastal, a Planet Fitness opened up next to the one in Hillsboro. So it took a lot of his members, especially because a lot of people doing cardio. He's at a basic, like almost like a YMCA type of atmosphere gym. So
Yeah.
why not pay $10 a month instead of the 30? And so he was telling me he was going to sell it. So I was like, hey, let me try to do the strongman / powerlifting type atmosphere and bring in some turf and stuff like that. So after that, in 2017, I basically took over, called it Newman Fitness with the Pit. And then after that, it's been going well ever since.
Nice. What's it called?
Newman Fitness with the Pit. We're located
Okay.
in Hillsboro, North Carolina. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I know. At some point, I'd like to once I finish, because I'm trying to get into. Well, I'm trying to finish my doctor of physical therapy and all that sort of stuff. And so at some point, I really want to open like a gym clinic combo, have like physical therapy, chiropractor, nutrition, and turf and a great big like strongman powerlifting gym as well. So I'll have to look that up. I need to look for more ideas on how to do it.
Yeah, right now, actually, powerlifting is probably what's booming the most in my gym. I got a lot of USPL and USPA lifters coming in.
Oh, interesting.
About a ton, especially I think right now with women powerlifting has blown up lately.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I feel like especially with like Steffi Cohen and stuff like that getting more popular and getting bigger on Instagram and everything, it seems like I've run into a ton of women that are getting into powerlifting lately that you never really saw before. But yeah, so that's kind of cool just because it's a new sport. Even at Mammoth, there seemed like all the women were breaking all these records and everything. Like, and so that's kind of exciting to see. It'll be interesting to see how that goes, because I feel like with most of the men's records, they've been established for a while, and so it's harder to break it, But did you try the sandbag, the 500-pound sand?
I didn't try the sandbag. I did try the block record. Me, Justin, and Steve, we opened with 360.
That's right.
It was one of those days where it was a little tough at the lockout, and I called it after my second attempt, and then Steve he got up to 370. So he broke the world record for any weight class type thing. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a beast. I've never tried the block before, but it just looks funky, having
very challenging.
Yeah, for sure.
Hand placement, getting it up to your chest, getting in the rack position, it's just very different. I definitely recommend trying it if you ever get a chance.
I'll have to try and get my hands on one at some point. I know before we moved, my buddy had a bunch of Atlas stones, so I went and played with Atlas stones a little bit, and it was funny because, well, like the first competition that I did, competing as a novice, they did a stone to shoulder, and the heaviest stone, I think it was like 140, 135 to 200 or something like that. It was 4 stones, and then the last one you just do for reps. And I'd never touched an Atlas stone before that, and so I tried it out, and it worked okay, but after that, I went to my buddy's house, and for a little while, like the first time I actually went and trained with him, the heaviest stone I could do was like the 250 or something. And then the second time we went,
or was that with Techie?
No, nothing.
That's
yeah, we were using, yeah, and it was interesting because like within about a month of actually like working on it a little bit and like tweaking my technique a little bit, I was able to load his heaviest stone for 2 reps over I think it was a 54-inch bar or something like that. And it was a 370 or 380 pound stone, something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I love, after doing that, I was like, I love Atlas stone, because you just bear hug them and rip them and squeeze and like, I mean, there's a lot more to it, but it was kind of fun because like the first time doing it, I could barely get the 250 off the ground, or 253, whatever it was. And then, just like tweaking my form a little bit and everything, all of a sudden you're doing 120 pounds heavier, and it felt, fairly easy comparatively. But
that's one thing I think about the body's crazy, like just getting used to that motion, that once you get on, your body adapts to it. It's crazy what the body can do.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Well, it's interesting. Like, I really want to get like a 400-pound stone now and try that. And I looked around, with where I'm at, and none of the gyms within 3 or 4 hours have anything like that. I did see that Robert Oberst, he's in Boise, Idaho, I think, which is like 7 hours away from me, and it looks like he has some stuff. So I was like, maybe I'll see if I can do a day trip down there.
And you always see a lot of posts on that Get Into Strongman. I see a lot of people post on there, and there might be a gym that you just haven't seen yet, closer by.
Yeah, that's true. I put out a couple messages on Starting Strongman and a couple on Brian Shaw's Elite Club thing, and nobody's bit. So I don't know, whatever. Might just have to wait till I can open my own gym, and then I'll get the first 700-pound stone, and I'll put that one in there. I don't know. I've got the arm length for it, but I don't think I have the strength for it.
Keep working. I'll get there.
Yeah, but awesome. All righty, man. Well, yeah, I won't keep you up too late. I know it's getting pretty late for you though over there. But yeah, any final comments you want to say, or do you know your Instagram handle or anything like that?
Crowder_MF the Pit.
Okay.
Name Marcus Crowder. I try to help out anyone that DMs me and stuff. If not, it's hard to keep up with it now because I got a lot of people reaching out. But
yeah, oh for sure. Awesome. All right, well, I'll make sure and put that on the video too. But yeah, well, thanks for coming to the channel, and yeah, thanks everyone for watching this in the future. And yeah, once again, this is Isaac from Corner Smash Fitness, and just remember to always improve that 1%.